Hi, welcome to my channel, Hello Kimmy Knitwear. I'm Kimmy, and in today's video, we're going to be working on some scrap yarn projects. So I have a few different ideas of which projects I'd like to make for this video. 2 scrunchie ideas, a bucket hat, and a sweater. So I actually started the sweater a while back, but it really fits the theme of this video, so I decided that I'm going to continue it with you. First, let's talk scrunchies. So the first scrunchie idea is my own pattern. I have a bunch of scrap cotton yarn and others. And speaking of other yarns, I'm going to show you what I made the other day. Same pattern. Isn't it just so pretty? It's a mohair scrunchie. I really want to make a lot more of these. Like, it's so soft, so squishy. And look at that fuzz. It's so cute. Yeah, so this is the first scrunchie pattern that I want to make in this video, but we're not going to restrict ourselves with what type of yarn we can use. That's fun. I can use whatever scraps I want. So if we have time to play around with that second scrunchie pattern, then I'm just going to wing it. Oh, and just to let you know, I do have a video tutorial. It was one of my first videos, and it's how to make one of these scrunchies. I did it in a cotton yarn, and so if you're interested, you can go and check that out. I'll put it in the description if, like I said, if you're interested. That's going to be it for the scrunchies. Let's move on. Scrap yarn bucket hat. I mean, who doesn't love a good bucket hat? Specifically, I want to make this hat. So this hat is my own pattern. I do have it up on my Etsy to purchase. It's just the digital pattern. You get a bunch of pictures though. I always love step-by-step pictures, so it's full of that, and written instructions. I just think for a bucket hat, scrap yarn is always a good idea. The next piece that I want to work on with you is a sweater. This one right here. Yeah, so it's a top-down raglan knit sweater. I started with the neckline, and then I did my increases. Point now where I'm working on just the body. I already separated the sleeves from the body. So this is a sleeve. I just have some scrap yarn, just holding those live stitches for me so that it doesn't unravel the project. There's the second sleeve up until this, and then here we have the body. So I think I've said enough for this intro. So without further ado, let's get into the video. These are my options for cotton yarn. And as for something different, I just chose these. First, I decided to use this white acrylic yarn with pastel speckles. Since this yarn is thinner than the cotton I usually use for scrunchies, I had to add more stitches, but everything else was the same as I would usually do, and I'm aiming for a length of 4 inches. Here I'm binding off and prepping to seam the scrunchie together. So it's the next day. I just wanted to give you a quick little update. We have the panel for the first scrunchie. I cut off a nice long tail so that I have enough to seam it together. When I was done yesterday, like, there was no more light, so I couldn't film anymore, and so I decided that I was gonna stop the project there, finish it up the next day. But then I was like, I want to make another scrunchie though. So I did. I just made another panel, another tube, and then we will seam it up together in a little bit. I even started a third one. I'll keep you updated. We'll go from there.
Here I'm using my darning needle to seam up the scrunchie. I'm going under the first stitch in each column, alternating between the top stitches and the bottom stitches.
You're cute.
I know I said we would seam this cotton scrunchie together, but I totally spaced on filming it. Sorry about that. Also, no, I did not make this red mohair scrunchie in this video, but I had to keep it with its friends. All of the scrunchies that I end up making in this video are on my Etsy shop right now. I posted the listings at the same time that I posted this video. If you want to go take a look, my Etsy shop is hellokimiknitwear.etsy.com. I'll put a link to my Etsy shop in the description, and I will also put links for each of the scrunchie listings. Remember how I mentioned I started a third scrunchie? Well, here it is, and I'm loving this pink and white ombre look. I really just love making scrunchies. Good morning. I had a very sleepy start to day 3 of this video, but not for long, because today is the day we work on my scrap yarn sweater. I've been really excited to work on this piece with you.
So yesterday I went from this mohair stripe to here. I really like how the blues are coming together, especially near the bottom with the like grayish blue and baby blue and all that. As of right now, I feel like I'm almost done the body and I should start the ribbing soon. I don't really want it to be cropped, but I don't want it to be super long either. I also feel like when this is done and it's blocked and it's worn a few times, it's gonna definitely stretch out. And at the end of any project, the yarn, whether you block it or not, the yarn kind of needs to settle. So I feel like over that settling period, it's gonna get longer. So I don't wanna make it too long. So what I'm gonna do now before starting the ribbing is I am gonna change colors once more. I'm gonna use this dark blue, do 1, max 2 rounds, and then I'm going to start with the ribbing, which is gonna be the same color as this ribbing. So the color that I used for the ribbing here, I'm only using for ribbing. So I'm gonna use it for the bottom ribbing here, and I'm gonna use it for the sleeve cuffs at the end. With the sleeves, I'm gonna use all of the same colors that I used in the body. I don't plan on matching it up or anything like that. I really like the almost messy but still cohesive look of using the different shades of blue in a variety of different ways. I'm happy with how it's working out. That's that for the moment. So let's go ahead and finish the body. So I just finished saying that I wasn't going to use this color for anything other than the ribbing. Well, I'm going to have to a little bit. I almost got to my stitch marker, but I just ran out. I do have more of this yarn, but I figure for just this much, just from here to here, it'll be okay if I use this, do the stockinette, and then once I pass my stitch marker, I'll go ahead and start the ribbing. So you probably won't even notice. Okay, I just gotta go run a quick errand, and then as soon as I get back, we're gonna do that. You're such a good little helper. You're really just shoving your face.
Soldiers. Yeah. It needs to be bolted. It's reading kitty cat to me, not a lie.
Here I'm sizing down my circular needles from 10 millimeter needles to 7 millimeters. I'm also starting the ribbing. You're a cutie. So, quick little update. So the 7 millimeter needles were too big and the ribbing was coming out very loose and messy. So here I'm frogging it and I'm going to restart the ribbing, but with even smaller circular needles.
So instilled fear in thousands of children and adults in films like Poltergeist, Saw, and Stephen King's It. Clowns. So your spotlight challenge is to create your very own evil clown character.
Really excited because back home I'm known for doing scary clowns.
And I really like the
Back on the needles.
in the face, and I think that he's gonna look really cool.
I used 6 millimeter needles and they worked perfectly.
I'm gonna take a small break. I gotta eat something and then I'm gonna get right back to it.
So it's the next day, it's day 5. For me, it's Tuesday. Usually when we're in the car, we're going to therapy, and that is what's happening today. I'm here super early, but I brought my project with me so that I can work on it as much as possible, because I'm nervous that I'm not going to be able to get it done in time for this video to come out. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. I'm definitely pushing it. So yeah, while I wait for my appointment, let's do some knitting. I'm just about to get out of the car and go into my appointment, but I just wanted to do a little update. I have 4 out of the 10 ribbing rounds done. So, almost halfway there. I just finished the ribbing for the body of the sweater, so it's time for a little try on. It's the first time I actually try it on, so fingers crossed. There we go. And there, yeah. Yeah, you can see the form kind of coming together better. Yeah. I love it. Let's work on the sleeves.
Hey guys, I'm not really excited about this character.
Oh my goodness, I am so happy with how the sweater came out. What do you think? I didn't weave in my ends yet, but I will do that eventually. I was just far too excited. I had to try it on and take photos and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap everything up now. If we go back in time to the beginning of the video, I said that I had 2 scrunchie patterns that I wanted to make, a bucket hat pattern and this sweater. In the end, I didn't do everything that I had set out to do, but I'm more than happy with what I did make this week. In the end, we made 1 scrunchie pattern multiple times and finished the sweater. I didn't work on that second scrunchie pattern, and I just did not have time for a bucket hat, but I do definitely want to make one, a scrap yarn bucket hat, because I really do love that idea. I'm thinking in the future I'll do either a video of that on its own or part of another like scrap yarn ideas video, kind of like this one. Let's go through one more time the items that we worked on in this video. 1, 2, 3. So these are the scrunchies that are completely finished, and I still have this pink one to seam up. I would say it's about 90% done. I'm gonna definitely get it done today. I will make sure that it is done before this video comes out. And I also wanted to let you know that all of these scrunchies that you see here, plus the unfinished pink one, but it will be finished, I'm gonna have all of them up for sale on my Etsy shop. If you're interested in any of them, I would love for you to go check them out. My Etsy is hellokimmyknitwear.etsy.com. I'll have that linked down below. I will also have anything else that I mentioned in this video that needs a link. I'll have it down below. So all of these will be up for sale. And if you don't get a chance to grab one, no worries. I have others as well. So I think that pretty much does it. One last thing. What do you think of this sweater? I'm very curious. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, scrap yarn and all that, but I'm just curious. I love it. I think it's amazing. It's such a fun way to use up the rest of your yarn, you know? Okay, so this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed filming it. If you liked the video, why not give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe while you're at it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can do all the things, you can do none of the things. I'm just glad that you're here. So with that being said, I hope you have a great week. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.